don't you just love a good angle change? This is an angle from which you see my office very rarely. I would dare to say you've never seen my office from this angle, and that's kind of the point today, because the reason why I'm down here with all the cat hair and for some reason a pair of sandals is because I wanted to make a little video about my office, my home office. I've worked from home for the last like 8 years now, so please trust me when I say you can work from the sofa, you can work from bed if you really need to. Like, you know, if your money situation isn't great, then you absolutely can. But once you start kind of like climbing the corporate ladder, like you don't want to have like calls with clients or your boss from bed or even your sofa. I think, you know, it helps you professionally, it helps you put yourself into a good like a work mindset. But most of what I want to do today here is to kind of go through this and see what treasures we can find, because I've just recently got another one of these Expedit / Calyx IKEA thingies, and I had to reorganize my office, and I'm now much happier with it than I was before. Yeah, let's have a look what's there. So in this bottom corner here, you can probably tell that like if I put something down here, I'm not planning to use it super often, but that would be unfair. Most of the things that are in these 4 squares are here just because there was no space left for them, so yeah. This is like a square Rilakkuma that I got from a friend like 10 years ago. Here at the bottom I have a whole kind of this like humongous collection of Japanese study materials, and I don't like to say that I actively study Japanese, like it's kind of on and off for me. Basically every time, like just before I go to Japan, I kind of really get into it and learn more stuff. And right now the optimal goal is to, like, between the trips to Japan that I make, like usually like once a year, to forget as little as possible. And it's been a pretty successful endeavor so far. These like cool flashcards. Then I have these, you know, these sexy Japanese manly men post-it notes. I also for some reason have this Japanese magazine about Shiba Inus. Maybe one day I will be able to read it. Here are some embroidery things. Embroidery is really fun, and I haven't done it in some time, but like when I do, people generally tell me I'm quite good at it. I've embroidered my boyfriend a really nice denim jacket. I made like a D20 on the back and then like a little dagger on the collar, and you can get these really cheaply pretty much everywhere. I got these on Amazon, so I have like a million different colors. These are also pretty cheap. You can usually get like a set of different sizes. This is where you put the cloth. You kind of, you know, tighten it in it. It's made from bamboo, so like the material to make this is not very expensive, and you know, you can probably give yourself very many splinters playing around with this, so careful. Here for now I have like a couple of books that I haven't owned for a very long time, and I hope to get to them soon. The thing is, whenever I buy new books, what I try not to do is to kind of organize them neatly among all the other books that I've had for quite some time now, because then 100% gonna forget about them. So instead I've got this little kind of like, it's like a pile of books that need reading soon. Among them is this Prince and the Dressmaker graphic novel, which I picked up in London kind of without knowing that much about it, but I really like the art style and it seems like something that will be right up my alley. Looking forward to reading that. I also have a bunch of art books, like this one by Ilya Kushinov. You might know him from his Instagram, and 2 of the Loish books. One of them is the Art of Loish. You know, with like online artists, I never really know if that's how I'm supposed to pronounce their name. So yeah. Anyway, like if you ever wonder how to pronounce my internet name, it's Kakibot. So there you go. Anyway, and this is the sketchbook of Lois. Here I have some more art books. Some of these are like resources, some of them are just inspirations. This huge sort of animator's guidebook, survival kit, so that's cute. It's a lot about kind of the dynamics of movement in animation. I don't plan to do animation, but I thought it would be enlightening for me to think about drawing, because like I always try to inject as much sort of dynamic movement into my drawings, and I'm not extremely good at it, but you know, it's a thing that I get to improve myself in. Then, you know, maps. I love maps. A book of fashion poses. I'm pretty sure I got this from like TK Maxx or something. Ta-da! Now we're in the top part of this Kallax, and you can tell that I am very much inspired by like stationery shops. You can tell that the space here is not really used up very conveniently and practically. It's more to just look nice. It's kind of like right at your eye level, especially if you're shorter than me. Like for me it's more like boob level, but there you go. Here just below, it's a collection of my stickers. Yes, this is all filled with stickers, especially AliExpress and Tokyo stickers. These are the Adam J. Kurtz books. These are great if you ever feel down as a creator of anything. I really like, especially this one. It's amazing. It's kind of like a very real but sensitive advice for when you have a creative crisis, or just you just don't know what to do. It's kind of, you know, there's short little kind of notes for you, the artist, and this is kind of like almost like a workbook to come with it. You can work on it and just kind of work through your weird little anxieties, and it's pleasant. I really like Adam J. Kurtz. He's worth following around on all his social media, so I recommend that. In the same category is this book called How to Be Happy, or at least Less Sad, which is kind of, you know, my goal in mental health in general. Now we're in this is the old part of my office. Yeah, so this is a bit more of a mess, because basically when I got the other bookcase, I just took this old one and just moved it towards me. But I think it's a good use of space. Yeah, I swear this is kind of organized, like there is some sort of sense in how these work. So this, my friends, is basically the sketchbook slash notebook slash planner dump. This is where all the not actively used sketchbooks and notebooks go. I mean, you know that I love stationery and I consider myself a collector, therefore, you know, I don't feel too bad having all of these, you know. I think that most people who have the same passion for paper products will have, you know, a little bit of, you know, sense of shame for owning so much of this, because like obviously this sort of thing, it needs to be filled with stuff, with words or pictures. So like obviously, you know, if you buy them, you do feel a certain sense of responsibility for fulfilling this little notebook's like reason to exist. Okay, here above is like a combination of sketchbooks and planners and Japanese art books. By Japanese art book, I mean the Japanese pose books. I really like, for example, this one is just like a pose book for hands, for like hand gestures and like holding stuff. Just an example is a double page of hands, just kind of like using stuff, playing games, dropping things. There's different types of these. There's also these like small ones where all the poses are like computer generated. And I own like one with couples and one with like fantasy poses, and I think overall I only actually have 6 of them. I'd love to have much more, because honestly, like when you think about them, you think, but I can find it on the internet. Well, you can't. Like sometimes it's so much better to have like a catalog of poses like right in front of you. Sometimes finding things on the internet can take you ages, and I mean, as I told you at the start of this video, I have a full-time job, so you know, saving time on art things is actually a relevant investment for me. And I have like my friend's comic. Yeah, I do have this is basically supposed to live here among these because these two squares are comics. Here we have mostly manga. This is there's a lot of like manga in Japanese that I brought from Japan. There's also some manga translated. Specifically, there's a whole complete series of it's the wrong side, Fake by Sanami Mato, which was my favorite manga growing up. It is a boy's love, so if you want to read it, be prepared for some very gay policemen. In this little page I have like postal stuff, so that's where I keep all the postcards I love and a lot of little like envelopes in which I send gifts to friends. I really like collecting little bubble envelopes like this, especially when they're colorful, and like sort of like wrapping paper, interesting stuff like that. And then obviously this is the kind of end part of my office where I have this old iMac, and I don't really use it for anything artsy or like processy anymore because like it is like what, like 6 years old now, so it's not too bad. I'm just not really used to work on it, so I basically use it as a second monitor. You should be like intimately familiar with this part of my office. I think that I've at some point showed you pretty much everything that's here. Those two grids are from Urban Outfitters. I got them on sale, so at this point they must be like super out of fashion. But I love them. I really like the, you know, I like the metallic look in accessories and like home accessories, because I also like that they don't really cover the wall, so they don't make you feel more kind of closed in. Yeah, I didn't really even like reorganize this desk before making this video because I thought like I'm gonna show you what it usually looks like, which is like my computer and mug. And honestly, realistically, if you come to my place, there's probably gonna be like 3 mugs and not just one. This one is super cute. It's also from TK Maxx. We live next to a TK Maxx, so that's not good for my budget. Anywho, this is kind of this is the notebooks I mostly use. My like current sketchbook, it's this one from AliExpress that, you know, I showed you before. You can kind of lay it out flat, which is super nice. This is my current Mossery diary. As you can see, I just had the dude who made this here in this room like last week, and he was very sad that he couldn't see any of his stickers that I ordered from him like stuck on anything. So now it's on my yearly planner. Yeah, go check out his stuff. He makes things, he makes nerdy things, he makes weapons that will kill your faces, and yeah, he's very talented. Anyway, yes, that's my Mossery thing. Sometimes when I feel like the Mossery planner doesn't have enough space, I use this daily planner, which is not numbered, so you can basically just open it anywhere, and it basically just has like a 1-day layout, and you can use it to plan out the whole day, which I like. Up there, I had these 3 little bookshelves, and you can tell I didn't fix those because I didn't want to lie to you guys, but in these guys there's 2 prints by Sachin Teng, who is one of my favorite illustrators. They are both like kind of deconstructed perfumes, and I think they look super neat. And yeah, you can tell that they're kind of like sliding down in their frames, so that is not optimal, but could be better. But yes, I do have my end stacks there, a huge like monthly stamp thing there. There's like a carafe for wine there that I got for my birthday, I think like 2 years ago, and I never ever used it, but I super want to. I just keep forgetting that I have it because I have it like all decoratively laid out like there. I do have a couple of books and some photo albums there. Ooh, and that's my wizard wand up there as well. So yeah, there you go guys, that's my office. That's where I work and do stuff and try to make some magic happen. It was kind of nice going through all of this stuff and also reminding myself where things are and that there's like at least vaguely some sort of system in things. If this has inspired you to how you want to lay out your home office, then I'm glad, because that was one of the points of making this video. Tomorrow is my birthday. I would like to go on and vlog about the birthday weekend, so I think that the next time I see you is gonna be during my birthday. There you go. Okay guys, thank you for watching and I will see you soon. Bye.